Coming up on Curry All Access, your up-close look at all things Colonels, Curry College Colonels.
On this edition, meet an international athlete who is gaining widespread attention for his play here at Curry.
Plus, the inspirational story of a Lady Colonels lacrosse player whose very supportive mother has never seen her play.
And later, we bring you through the College Dining Center to help all of us learn what to eat and what to avoid.
Curry All Access starts right now.
Welcome to the beautiful campus of Curry College in Milton, Massachusetts. I'm Stacey Serkison.
And I'm Kirby Bryce. Thank you for joining us on our first edition of Curry All Access. We have a jam-packed show for you today, including a bit later an exclusive interview with Athletic Director Vinny Arrucione. Yes, that Arrucione from the famous Miracle on Ice family.
I can't wait for that. But first, Curry All Access reporter Vanessa Rizzitano introduces us to an international phenom who is doing something in NCAA sports that no one else is.
From an early age, Hector Mahul has found himself playing soccer.
I grew up in a country where soccer is pretty much religion. You know, since I could remember walking, there's probably a soccer ball in between my feet.
So it seems natural that when Hector came to Curry, he'd find himself a Covenant player on our varsity team.
I just love the passion and how it brings people together. There's a reason why it's the most popular sport in the world, and I think that's why I love it.
As great of a soccer player as Hector is, we're not here to talk about Hector's soccer skills. Hector is actually one of the greatest hockey players in Mexico. Some people may wonder, how does somebody from Mexico even learn how to play hockey?
It all starts with his sister, who was a figure skater at one of the only ice rinks in Mexico City.
Where I would practice pretty much every day or go shoot around even if I didn't have practice. And most of the times I'd go from there to the ice rink to pick up my sister who was skating. And after she'd get off the ice, the hockey team would go on. And eventually I just wanted to try it one day, tied my skates and loved it, so the rest is history from there.
It didn't take long for people to notice Hector's impressive skating skills and wanting him to play hockey. By age 14, Hector moved to Arizona, where his new American family helped introduce him to the skills needed to play at an elite level.
The first couple months were really tough. I'm happy I did it because I wouldn't be here or accomplish what I've accomplished if I never took that first step on moving out of my family and the country.
Hector still sees his Mexico family for about a month at a time over the course of a year. His family also gets to see him play, whether it is online or in person.
They do follow me online and they watch every hockey game online. So, I mean, I know they're always watching. They may not be watching in person, but I know they're watching through the computer, which is always a huge support for me.
Curry College's head hockey coach, TJ Manisterski, believes that Hector takes his high-energy personality and puts it into his play, which affects his teammates and is beneficial to the team.
It doesn't matter if it's cold out, if he's tired or whatever, he's always upbeat and working hard and a smile on his face and loves to be at the rink, so that's contagious to everybody else.
Curry's athletic director, Vinny Arrucione, thinks it is important to recruit from all over the United States and from other countries in order to find more players like Hector.
I think if you look at our hockey team, you see that we've got players from Sweden, Czechoslovakia, Mexico, Canada. We've got them from all over the place, and I think that's important, not only for our athletic teams, but for the college itself.
Hector Mahul is the only Mexican player in the NCAA. He is the top player and one most valuable player for the Mexican national team. Hector has participated every year in the World Championship since 2014. Wearing
The colors of your country and representing, having the duty to put the name of your country up high is something I'm extremely proud of.
Hector eventually had to choose either hockey or soccer because they were both becoming too competitive. When it came time to choose, he told himself that he can either be the first Mexican to do something in hockey, or he could be one of a million Mexican soccer players.
I just wanted to be the first Mexican-born hockey player to ever accomplish something big in the sport. You know, I want to be the first one to become pro.
For Curry All Access, I am Vanessa Rizzitano reporting.
While hockey season's over for now, you can see Hector on ice next November here at Curry.
Well, from the ice to the diamond, Curry All Access caught up with players on our baseball and softball teams. Star players, Vincent LaPiore from the baseball team and Michaela Lambert from the softball team, give us an insider's look on how their seasons progressed. Curry All Access's Alan Chaco hosts the discussion.
Here we are with baseball captain Vinny LaPiore and softball player Michaela Lambert. How are you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
All right, thank you. So Vinny, we know that you're a senior now, and you've been seen a lot here on campus. How does it feel entering your final season?
It's pretty surreal, to be honest. It went by so fast. I can still remember my first game, my first day at tryouts and practice. Everything went by so fast, and it's been a great journey, and I'm very excited to finish off my final season here.
Good, good. Does it feel any different as a regular player and being a captain?
Being a captain, yes, definitely there's a lot more responsibility. You have to handle yourself in a certain way. You really have to be a leader to the younger guys. If they see their captain act in one way, they usually tend to follow. So you want to always present yourself in a proper manner, and as much as I can help the guys on the field, I like to do the same off the field as well.
Good, good. We know that Michaela's a junior, and obviously you're not a captain yet, but Marissa Bruno and Michaela Corona, how has their leadership taught you, maybe you can be a captain next year?
Well, they've been amazing this year. They've really worked hard at trying to motivate us to work hard at practice, go to class, study hard, get that extra lift in, just to really make us push ourselves so that we can be the best we can be.
Who has been someone in your life that, like a role model, someone you look up to, and every single time you step on that field, you think about those people, and you play for them basically?
I know it's very cliche, but I'm gonna have to say my dad. He's been my #1 supporter my whole life. Every decision I've made my entire life, he's backed me no matter what it is. And he's been at every single one of my games since I can remember, since I was 5 years old. Leaves work early, does whatever he can just to come to my games. And that's the type of person, that's the type of parent I want to be, and I really do look up to my dad.
That's definitely a good one, man. Definitely.
Like Vinny, I'd also have to say my dad. He was the one, excuse me, who taught me how to swing the bat, taught me to play and love the game. So every time I step out there, I just played for him and to try and make him proud.
Everyone knows the main goal entering a season is winning a championship. But what are your personal goals for this final season, Vin?
Definitely just to leave myself off on a good note. I want people to remember me as a respectable guy, a good captain, and someone who worked the tail end off day in and day out. And winning a championship would be the ultimate goal. That would be awesome. But if it can't happen, then you definitely just want to present yourself in the right manner. And when people look back at you, you want to say, like, he was a hard worker, he was a great guy.
Talk about championships. Your sophomore year, you guys won the conference champions.
Yep.
Tell us about that moment, man. I know it was a great moment. It's probably
It was incredible. It was such a miracle run. We were picked that year to finish dead last in the conference.
Wow.
So there's 9 teams in the conference. They picked us to finish 9th. I think we got into the playoffs as the #3 seed, and we never stopped fighting.
Michaela, we know that as a freshman you made all-conference, first team all-conference, and as a sophomore you made 3rd team all-conference. For this season as a junior, what are your goals? What are your personal goals? Lead your team to the playoffs? How?
I'm just trying to focus on doing the best that I can. I'm not really looking for any kind of title. I just want to do the best I can to help my team, just work hard, and hopefully we'll make the playoffs this year, hopefully get a championship of our own that I can get a tattoo of on my leg. But
I'll hold you to it.
Okay.
Vin, how you playing in Summer League helped you transition from being probably the best pitcher in the team to now the best hitter on the team?
Well, you definitely went about things a different way. Every summer I always focused on getting my innings and throwing as much as I can, and then doing hitting off to the side. And it was the complete opposite this summer. I worked really hard on my hitting, and I did things that I wouldn't do when I was pitching. I put in the extra hours in the batting cages and worked on a lot of the small things. And when you're a pitcher, you don't really lift too much, and I was able to lift more and get myself bigger. So I got stronger as a person, and yeah, just worked at hitting and swing as hard as I can.
You playing on that field,
Right.
being a leader, man for others. How is that going to transition to your career?
Well, I think I definitely have a lot more people skills. I know how to work with different personalities, and I know how to pull guys out of the rut if they're having a bad day and stuff like that. I think that's very important in the workplace. And overall, just getting along with your coworkers, I think I'm gonna be very good with that from being an athlete for 4 years.
How about you, Michaela?
Like you said, getting along with different types of people. Also, so much like hard work, dedication. I know that when I really need to get something done, I can sit there and do it, and that's just so great.
Guys, it was a pleasure for me to talk to you guys today. Thank you for taking your time. I know you guys are busy now because of the season, but like I said, it was a pleasure for you guys sitting here with me and me getting to know you guys a little bit more and about the team.
Yeah, if the rugby team wins the championship, I might have to get a tattoo myself.
Those are way too painful for me. When we return on Curry All Access, we'll meet a star women's lacrosse player whose supportive mother has never seen her play.
And later, we sit in with Athletic Director Vinny Rusioni to talk about new facilities to make our athletic teams even stronger. Stay with us.
Every time you put on that purple jersey, you're not only playing for your school, but you're playing for your name, you're playing for your parents, you're playing for your community. You know, it means something to you.
Curry really laid the foundation in many ways. Whether Curry taught me what I didn't want to do or what I really wanted to do, there was something that I picked up at the school that laid the groundwork for what I'm doing now and what I'm going to be doing in the next 5-10 years.
I always like to say that there's a reason that I've been here for so long. I love everything that Curry has to offer. I drive onto this campus still excited every single day. You feel that sense of community, and I have not felt that somewhere else.
My work ethic had never not been challenged at Curry. I had an opportunity to do anything I wanted to do, and you can really take advantage and prepare yourself for the real world that way.
The athletes in general here are very, very close-knit. It's like a big family, basically.
You're not only playing for your teammates, but the guys who have been here before you, and all the coaches, and all the rich history that being a Colonel brings.
Go Curry.
Go Curry.
Go Curry.
Go Curry.
Go Curry.
Welcome back to Curry All Access from the beautiful campus of Curry College in Milton, Massachusetts. It's one thing to be an active player on our women's lacrosse team,
but it's quite another to balance athletics, academics, and inspirational home life all at once.
Curry All Access reporter Lindsay Mason has the rest of this story.
1, 2, 3, CC Lac!
As the players take the field, all eyes are on the pink goggles. Angela Jones.
Angie is one of the most motivational, hardworking person on this team that I ever met.
Angie as a player is everything that you want in a student athlete. She comes to practice, she gives 150% on the field, 150% off the field.
150% effort is no exaggeration.
I play volleyball in the fall, lacrosse in the spring. I'm an RA, have a work-study job. It is hard, but I've basically been doing it my whole life, so I'm kind of used to it. I only have certain areas of time, so during those areas of time I have to get stuff done. I don't have a choice to put it off. I have every single thing that I do ever written down.
Working hard and staying organized is something that Angela always had to do. You see, Angela's mother is blind, and that caused Angela to mature at a very young age.
My mother was in the womb of my grandmother, and she decided one day she was going to clean the cat litter box, and little did she know it was infected with toxoplasmosis. I started writing checks in 4th grade. I would basically have to do the shopping.
Angela's mother, Shelley, had only positive things to say about the results of Angela's upbringing, saying her responsibilities at a young age helped Angela become the woman she is today.
Learned some responsibilities at a pretty early age because I was married to a blind man, so I needed their sight to help me.
When Angela was only 15 years old, she was chosen to take care of her mother for a major surgery.
My mom decided that she was going to get the majority of her eyes removed because they were causing her headaches. So my family was like deciding, oh, who are we going to send down? I was 15 years old.
I needed someone there to make sure I ate and to help me get up and go to the bathroom because it was a very painful ordeal, and put medicine in my eyes.
Somehow through this difficult time, Angela could still somehow find humor.
She has a prosthetic shell over the conformist, I'm pretty sure, but like she can take out the shell, like she'll take out the shells and just put them in people's hands. Like, oh, hold out your hand, and she'll just eyes.
Angela relies heavily on her siblings, especially her sister Megan, who glows when speaking about Angela.
It's more than like being sisters, it's like more of a friendship, and we're just extremely, extremely close.
My sister's literally my best friend.
Megan often hopes that Angela would realize one thing.
That like she actually is like beautiful and smart. It's like kind of the thing, like it doesn't really make sense to other people, but like how our mom used to say like we're beautiful and stuff, but she can't really see us.
Obviously my mom would be like, oh, you're so pretty, like that type of thing. I'm like, Mom, you can't see. I've just never been one to like bring attention to myself because I just really don't like attention. I get all nervous and I physically turn red.
Although she doesn't like the attention or the compliments, people have nothing but positive things to say about Angela.
She's strong, she's compassionate, and she's driven.
Honest, incredibly hardworking.
For Curry All Access, this is Lindsay Mason reporting.
Boy, it takes a lot of maturity to balance being a student athlete and being so important to your family.
Angela Johns, you are an inspiration to us all. Well, balancing an athletic program that has 14 different varsity sports is a major undertaking. Athletic Director Vinny Ruzioni does it day after day.
Curry All Access host Nick Foy sat down with Mr. Ruzioni for an exclusive interview.
We are here with Curry College Athletic Director Vinny Ruzioni. How are we doing today, Vinny?
Very good. Thanks for having me.
Good, yeah. Thanks for coming on the show. So you must know all the ins and outs of Curry College Athletics here. So one question that's been on my mind is how do you keep student athletes, because athletics is very important to you and to the school, of course, but how do you keep them being good students as well?
Well, I think the most important thing is for them to realize that it's student first, athlete second. And once they've realized that, it makes it a lot easier for us as coaches and administrators to make sure they're doing well in the classroom. And usually what happens is, we've got mandatory study halls for student athletes and for all freshmen. We also keep an eye on them in the classroom, making sure they go to classes, making sure that, they're passing in their assignments. If there's a red flag on one of our student athletes, we make sure we get on them right away. The one good thing about Curry is that our coaches really care about the student athletes. It's not just about what they do on the field, but more importantly, what they're doing off the field. So I think one of the biggest things that, the reasons why our student athletes do so well is because our coaches and the administrators around them are keeping an eye on them. One very good fact is that, our student athletes' grade point average is higher than the regular student population. And I think that's because of all the time and care that we put into making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do.
Now, the Student Center has a lot of our facilities as well. We have, the gym there, locker rooms. It's a very new facility. How did that help with recruiting, and our facilities on campus help with recruiting here at Curry?
Well, it's important to have good facilities. When you're recruiting somebody and they come in, they're visiting all the other schools as well. The new Student Center was great for us. Yeah. We were playing over in the Miller Fieldhouse, which was an old gym. It was great. We got to call it our own, but it wasn't, it wasn't like, the new one was. So.
Sean, you said the new facility they'll be down by the football field?
Well, yeah, there's been talk that we're hoping to put in a new facility in the very near future down at Katz Field, and that would be great for us. I mean, we really need it. It would house the football team as well as both soccer teams, baseball, softball, and both lacrosse teams. Would have athletic training room in there as well as a weight room, concessions, general bathrooms for the general population and our fans. So yeah, I mean, when that's completed and when that's done, that's going to be huge for us with regard to recruiting.
Sure. Now, as we've learned, Hector is a student athlete who's from Mexico. Do you think there's an importance here on campus to have student athletes from different parts of the world, or does it just come naturally?
Yeah, I don't know if there's so much of an importance to have it. One thing I've always said is if you can play, you can play, and we don't care if you're from Russia, from Israel, from Japan, or from the United States. We want quality student athletes. We want student athletes that are going to be successful in the classroom. We want to have student athletes that are going to be successful on the playing fields. So I don't think there's really, we're going out after international kids, but when they cross our table, and cross our desk, we're more than happy to help them out.
So now a little bit more personal. We've been talking about Curry, so let's get into you a little bit more. You were a three-sport athlete in high school and college at Holy Cross. So what is your favorite sport to watch, professionally or even at Curry?
Well, let's start away from Curry first.
Okay, sure.
I think my favorite sport to watch is college hockey. I'll turn on basketball games, I'll turn on hockey games, professional. I'll watch the Patriots. I'm a big Dallas Cowboy fan, so I will watch Dallas Cowboys more than anybody else of a professional football team. But I really, I can probably turn on any college hockey game at any time and sit down and enjoy watching it. I just really enjoy watching college hockey, especially at the Division I level.
So of all the sports Curry has to offer, what is the first one you think will win a national championship?
Geez, that's a tough question. It's a tough question. It's extremely hard to win a national championship, first of all. I would hope that, we would have an opportunity for all our teams to, make the playoffs, win a conference championship, and get into the NCAA tournament, because you have to get to the NCAA tournament first before you have a chance to win a national title. The one thing I would say is that I think hockey probably has the shortest route to an NCAA championship, let's say, okay? Because in basketball, they pick 64 teams. There's 4 different regions. It's real hard. Basketball, football, baseball. There's 64 team fields in all of those sports. In hockey, it's only a 10-team field because it's so hockey is so regionalized. You have the East and you have the Midwest. And what ends up happening is there's 10 teams that play down, so it's 3 wins. 3 wins wins you a national title in hockey, whereas in baseball, 3 wins gets you to the next round, and then 3 more wins gets you to the next round, and then 3 wins gets you to the championship. And the same thing with football's the same type of setup. There's just so many teams that qualify for the national title in all the other sports, where hockey has has an easier route to get to that.
So hockey would have to win the conference championship first, and then move into that 10-team field.
Yeah, and sometimes you can get an at-large bid. Back in 2004 or 4-5, we got an at-large bid and went to the NCAAs as an at-large winner as well. But if you win the conference championship in any of our sports, you automatically get a bid to the NCAA tournament. And then you play from there.
As we said earlier, if the Ruzioni name sounded familiar to you, it does have some history. Vinny's brother Mike was one of the stars of the 1980 Miracle on Ice hockey team.
Amazing. Still ahead on Curry All Access, from sodas to sweets, the temptations are endless in the Curry College Dining Center.
Curry chef Christian King sets the record straight on what you should and should not be eating after this.
Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Vinny Ruzioni, Athletic Director at Curry College, and we're standing here at D. Forbes Will Athletic Complex to share some exciting news. Curry College will be building a new athletic facility. This new facility will benefit over 400 Curry College student athletes. In this new building, there will be locker rooms for both home and visiting teams. There will be a new athletic training room and a new laundry room. The
most exciting part of this building is that it will also contain a new weight room and a multi-purpose room. A room that can be used for events before and after games, and a room that can be used to bring recruits and their families to show what Curry College is all about. You'll be hearing more about this exciting news in the coming weeks and months, so please stay tuned and go Colonels!
Welcome back to Curry All Access from the beautiful campus of Curry College in Milton, Massachusetts. While most college students don't mind getting the freshman 15, college athletes don't have that luxury.
A college dining hall can be a dangerous place for a student athlete if they don't know what foods to watch out for.
Curry College chef Christian King walks us through the marketplace and the student center to show us what foods to eat and what foods to avoid to keep our body in shape.
Hey guys, welcome to the marketplace here at Curry College. When you're a student athlete, you have a lot of different choices, especially nowadays. It's a lot different from when I went to school. But when you come down to the marketplace, you need to be looking for those high protein items. So you want to stay away from things like the chicken patty or French fries or even grilled cheese. All this is covered in butter and fats, and you want to concentrate more on high protein items such as the lean chicken tenders we have here. And you could always take these chicken tenders and load them up with any of our marketplace toppings. Most colleges have a late night area where I would say 90% of the food is going to be unhealthy. You definitely want to stay away from that. But the college landscape has changed to the point where you can ask for your plate to be designed for you. In other words, we have athletes who come down here and they want 3 burgers on a plate with no bun, and we have no problem doing that for them. We also have our salad bar here, which is full of legumes, beans. We have garbanzo beans today, we have kidney beans. We have several protein salads such as the feta salad, the goat cheese, and over here is our rotisserie station where any day of the week you can get a rotisserie item, a carved roast beef item. Today is our fish market day where you might come down and see, oh, they do have fried fish and chips. We are in New England. But we also have fresh Norwegian salmon, which is full of protein. They can ask for that not with the rice. They can get it, make a salad and put it on top of a salad if you'd like. So there's a million options when you come down, especially after you work out. You want to refuel your body with proteins, refuel your muscles. When you come down to the marketplace, this is our global station. We always have omelets every day. Omelet is a great option. You can get an egg white omelet. And again, you're the variable. So if you get an egg white omelet and you want to add avocado to it, that's up to you. But this is part that you should stay away from. You want to stay away from cookie land and dessert land. And I'm not saying do that for your entire career here. You know, go enjoy yourself once in a while. We have a beautiful deli where you could make a salad and get deli meat chopped up and not put on bread. We have our muffin station, which you want to stay away from the muffins because of eating a muffin. It's so dense, it's the equivalent of eating about 8 slices of toast, and no one wants to do that. And guys, stay away from the muscle milk, okay? The worst thing you can be drinking as an athlete is what you see on TV. Powerade, Gatorade, all Monster Energy drinks. All of these drinks are full of one common thing, sugar. You could take a glass tumbler and fill it up halfway with sugar, and that is literally the amount of sugar you will find in that 16-ounce Gatorade. What you should be having is milk, okay? Low-fat milk, 2% milk. We don't carry whole milk here. Or water. Water is the most essential nutrient you can be drinking for your body. Another thing that you should stay away from is the juices. The Minute Maid juices. These concentrated juices are full of sugar. I would also stay away from vitamin water and stay away from soda. Soda is evil. We have our natural waters here that are infused. They're just, all it is water and fruit. And obviously we have the bread station. And here's where everybody makes a mistake. I'm going to take a very dense bagel, I'm going to load it up with light cream cheese. Well, that's great, but you're putting on extra cream cheese, which makes no sense. You should stick to that one piece of toast, maybe some peanut butter for the added protein. So that's our tour of the marketplace. My name is Christian, and I wish you all the best luck in your athletic career.
I think I'm going to take some of Christian's advice myself.
Yeah, definitely me too.
Thanks for watching this edition of Curry All Access.
Hope to see you next time.